Okay, so the 10th anniversary banners are about 8 days away from when I am recording this. Allegedly, should be pretty close to after the reveal, which is going to be on the 28th. So, what do we have to talk about today? We are going to be talking about who is going to be on these 10th anniversary banners. Now, you might be wondering, why is the 9th anniversary banner up here? Well, I need to use a frame of reference for you guys so we all understand who is more than likely going to be returning on not only the Dokkan Festival banner, but the Legendary Summon Carnival, or the top Legendary Summon Carnival in the case of this year, because there are going to be 2 LRs on it. So 2 LRs being on the banner, what I probably have to do is pull up like a top Legendary Summon just for reference, but we've never seen a top Legendary Summon Carnival before, so I don't know how that's going to look. I don't know who's going to be, how the featured pool is going to work, how many characters are going to be on it, but we shall see, and I'll do my best to predict that. So the Dokkan Festival, right? A lot of anticipated returns here for the Vegito banner, right? Because that's we know who the Dokkan Festival is going to be. It's going to probably, or we know more than likely who it's going to be, right? I'm pretty sure they confirmed that based on the way they kind of grouped it, but it's going to more like, you know, these combined characters, like more often than not, especially like a fusion character, is the Dokkan Festival exclusive. So just pretend that Broly is Vegito, right? Now, who is on the featured lineup for this banner? It's a pretty interesting case of who is on it, but we have 10 featured characters, right? So hopefully they continue to go down that route of 10 featured characters for an anniversary banner. I think this is more than enough. So you might be wondering who is going to return. Well, I think that this one's actually pretty easy to kind of piece together, right? You could see everywhere that we look, it is all part 1 characters on banners, right? When we look at the featured lineup. So again, we got to remove the brand new characters. So just pretend that this is like a Kibito Kai or like a base Gohan or something, whatever it may be. And then this is going to be the Goku and Vegeta. Now, this is pretty easy to piece together, right? Just based on returns here. So first and foremost, this is going to be the Super Saiyan trio, right? They're probably going to be very good linking partners for the new Super Saiyan Goku plus Vegeta, right? These two are going to work very well together, and it should work just fine. Good return there, still a very good character, unless the anniversary power creeps them out of the stratosphere, but if that character is just completely power crept, then we might have a problem. Looking at this next spot, this is going to be the 9th anniversary character. So where Broly's going to be, or where Broly is now, let's go ahead and slide him over here. So now this is going to be where Broly will be. So far, Super Saiyan trio, Vegito, and Broly, right? So very good lineup here of characters, because Broly is still very much usable going into 2025 for now. Where cooler is, this is going to be where Zamasu goes, because it's always going to be the previous year's worldwide download celebration. So we had we had the Super Saiyan trio, and then now this is going to be where Merge Zamasu goes. So he's still going to be on the banner. Still has like okay value, just not the best character anymore, but still you can absolutely use it. Moving on to where the Super Saiyan gods are at, this is where the 8th anniversary character is going to slide down. So this is going to be where the Super Saiyan trio is, the Super Saiyan trio, or not the Super Saiyan trio, excuse me, the Buu duo, the Buu duo. The Buu duo, kind of a polarizing character, not the best. Don't expect them to EZA this year, so this is going to be classified as a troll pull in my opinion. Now, this is where things get a little bit tricky. Where Evo Ken is, I guess Tech Gogeta would make a lot of sense, right? I think that's probably what this will be, because this was the Tanabata 2020 character, so I would assume that the Tanabata 2021 character would be on here, but it is really tough to say. Again, it's based on the EZAs, right? Like Evo Ken EZA during the anniversary, so like maybe a Dokkan Fest LR that they plan on EZAing during the spot could potentially be here. But I think for the sake of discussion and predicting who will be on the banner, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go with Tech Gogeta being in this spot. I think Tech Gogeta, very sought after character, not a ton of opportunities to pull him in the last year. I don't even remember how many banners he's been on, but especially with that EZA, this is probably a character in high demand for a lot of players, and they definitely want to acquire him if they can, because I don't think coins are the way to go for that character, as good as they are, but I still think the coins are just a little bit too precious. So moving on, this one we'll kind of do as a pairing. I believe this one is going to be the 6-year anniversary LRs because of their EZAs last year. Still characters that people are trying to fill out, I'm sure, especially like newer players are trying to get the dupes inside and stuff like that. So I don't know why I said inside, but they're trying to get dupes in, right? So that is where this is going to be. And then last but not least, we have where Broly is going to be. This is like the biggest wild card of who this potentially could be. If I had to guess, what I would like to say is like first anniversary Gogeta, because the Super Easy A didn't exist yet during the 9th anniversary, right? So maybe this will be like STR Gogeta because of his Super Easy A. But that potentially also could be the Part 2 Dokkan Fest banner, because I think that will be Gogeta. So we shall see. It is very tough to tell who the TUR is going to be. So, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, there's just not like a TUR Vegito that exists in like the modern realm, right? Because it's just Vegito has been reserved for LRs for the last few years. Yeah, we'll go with STR Super Gogeta in this spot, assuming that he Super ECAs. So my prediction for the Part 1 banner here, I am expecting this to be the new banner unit, the new Dokkan Fest LR. This is going to be the Super Saiyan Trio. This will be Broly. This will be Fuse Zamasu. This will be the Buu Duo. This will be Tech Gogeta. These two will be the 6th anniversary LRs. And then last but not least, this will be STR Gogeta. Now, moving on to the more interesting perspective banner in theory here, I think that this Carnival summon could be extremely interesting, especially between the versions. I'm more focused on the global version, as most of my players play, or most of my audience plays global, I would assume. But JP, I think Jiren will rerun on this banner, right? So, looking at this lineup here, we have how many featured LRs? 7? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. 6 featured LRs. So, it is, like, assuming, because, like, where Trio Might Goku is, this is going to be, like, so Gogeta, let's just pretend this is Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then right here, this is Evolution Blue Vegeta, right? So that's the first two out of the way. And then we have the previous year's, like we have the Worldwide Download Celebration LR. So this is going to be in this spot. This is where, so the first, like the top 4, right? Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta. This is going to be, well, so this is a Part 2 LR from last year. Interesting. Because they did dual Dokkan Fest Carnival. So, I think this will be Broly, right? Tech Broly in this spot right here. And then this is going to be the Gammas, right? The Gammas or, yeah, or Gogeta himself, excuse me. It's very tricky because last year they did Dokkan Fest X Carnival, and then, or they did dual, worldwide, they did dual Dokkan Fest and then dual Carnival, right? So for the 8th anniversary, they went dual Dokkan Fest, and then they went Dokkan Fest again, right? Yeah. So they went back to the dual Dokkan Fest and then the dual Carnival setup. So it kind of messes with things chronologically, but I'm expecting this to be Broly right here, and then I'm expecting this to be Gogeta or the Gammas right here, right? I think that that's a pretty solid prediction there. Going to be a pretty good lineup here. And now when it comes to the rest of the filler, I think what really matters is the LRs, right? I don't think you're too concerned with what the TURs potentially could be. And I actually lied. There's an 8 featured LRs on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Why can't I math right now? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. So, when it comes to this spot, it's really tricky, right? I think that if like, maybe what they would do, right, is if the Kaioken Goku and Grade 8 Vegeta characters EZA, right, for like the countdown or something like that, this potentially could be STR Kaioken Goku right here, and then maybe Grade 8 Vegeta is where Broly is, and then this would be I don't even know, this would be probably Sword of Hope Trunks, right? Yeah, Sword of Hope Trunks. So there we go, right? This is a tough one, because again, with the top legendary, with the top Carnival, we haven't seen this before, so we don't know how the featured lineup is going to go. Is there going to be more featured LRs, right? Because potentially what they would have to do is like rerun all of the different featured banners and then just add like an extra slot. So this could potentially be 8 featured LRs, this could be 9 featured LRs, it could be 10 featured LRs. A 10 featured LR banner would be brutal, because they would also be featuring a lot of junk SSRs. But they throw in like Krillin, they throw in Paragus, they throw in Bardock, right? They just throw in like related characters, like some random GT banner unit, right? One from the Tournament of Power. It could be like Fitboo or the Androids or something like that, right? A character who's going to EZA, maybe another one of those Tournament of Power SSRs. And then we're looking at like a 13, 14 featured unit banner, and that's junk. Like, I promise you don't want that. So, final prediction here, just for the sake of things, this is where Super Saiyan 4 Goku will be. This is where Evolution Blue Vegeta will be. This will be where Tech Broly is, right? This is going to be the Gammas or Gogeta, in my opinion. We'll go with Gogeta to stick with Part 1, right? This right down here is going to be from the previous year, so this is going to be Sword of Hope Trunks. I think in this spot right here, this is where things get tricky in terms of LRs. I think that you could potentially go with like one that's going to EZA, like Great Ape Vegeta, and then in this spot for the LR, it would be like Kaioken Goku. So let me know down below what you guys think. Who do you think these banners are going to, what are these banners going to look like, and which one do you plan on summoning on first? We'll definitely be doing like a should you summon, which one should you summon on first, but I'd rather wait to see the banners before I make videos like that, but this is just more fun predictions. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.